it's the start of a new week, and something that has come across my brain for the start of this week, the start of this month, we're now in March, it was something that I tell myself more often than not, more often than I should maybe, and it's, damn, I was naive. I was naive. Today I want to divulge into what naivety is, times I've experienced it, when other people have been naive towards me, and sort of how I've got carried away and how I got carried away, but it was okay. I'm going to bring it back to when I first started university in 2021. I didn't want to go. I was convinced that university wasn't for someone like me. I, Although I didn't really know what path I was going to take other than university, like a full-time job, I didn't want to go. I just didn't think that it just fit how I was. This was due to a doubt in myself, as well as, like I've said before, the fear of fitting in, the fear of being rejected by new people. And I couldn't really picture myself in that environment. What I failed to see, however, is that most people would be exactly like me. So a lot of times now, you'll get people going, shall I go university? And you're obviously getting a degree. You're obviously getting a degree, but then you're losing the 3 years of experience at work and living at home. But at university, you're meeting new people. Everyone's in the same boat as you. Everyone's figuring it out, and just the friendships you make from university, you've all gone down the same path in them 3 years. You've all spent so much time with each other. You've lived with each other, so you've got to know so much more about each other. And I always just look back at when I was accepting the offer that I got from Bournemouth, and I was thinking, imagine if I actually did say no to that. Where would I be now? And I was naive to think that I wasn't good enough to go to university, and then me taking that leap, it's changed my whole perspective on life really, and the education system, and what work goes in to get further in your career and everything like that. On the other side, though, I will say that just from my own personal opinion, I think my family were quite naive. I was never forced to go to university, but I think from topics, conversations before, it was always something they wanted me to do, which is completely understandable. They want me to go do well. I was the oldest uh, son in this household. It's like my mum's first child. So she would have wanted me to go and achieve that. And I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know if they really wanted to push me to go to university, because I've never really asked, and it's something that I don't now need to ask because I've done it. I enjoyed it, so like, why would I then bring up an old topic of go like, why did you really want me to go? Because it's nothing that I need to ask really. I believe that initially when I first applied and first did all the personal statements and stuff like that, I believe they only saw the degree and not the social growth that I would have to go through. Because obviously in education, your parents aren't there with you. You're in school, your friends know what you're like, and then you just sort of behave how you behave at home, but they don't really know the real you. And I knew deep down, like I said before, that I didn't know if I was going to be good enough or going to be able to fit in, because the growth I would have to make would have been astronomical to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And this disconnect sort of taught me that people see important things in different ways. My parents saw the degree. They saw that I'll be living independently. I saw it as, I'm living independently. I'm being educated independently, where I've got to get myself up to go to all these lectures every day. I'm meeting new people. I'm properly going out often on nights out with new people. I'm mixing with new people. I'm making new friends. I'm making new leaps and bounds away from education, because for my social growth, that's what needed to be done. I also look back of it, so when I've then come home from uni, and then you see your parents, and almost every night, parents now, they don't they don't talk to you about how was your day really anymore, or how their day was. And that's the thing. They never really ask. You never really ask them how their day was back in the day when you were younger. We don't talk about it, and it's because you rarely work and have a great day. Really, you rarely work, have a stress-free day, because stuff's going on. So for me, they've got stuff going on. I've got stuff going on. If I'm at home now, they've gone to work. So all I've really got to do is make sure that they come home and the house is clean. So then there's no further issues for when they come home. And it's naive for me to leave everything how it is, because it will cause a stressful environment that doesn't need to happen. A lot of the time as well, though, we can be unable to see naivety. So, like, say if I'm with my friends, sometimes I'll miss the signs in my friend group of someone struggling or someone having a bad day, and it's just what happens. Some things that this could be, you're growing distant with that friend. You're not. They're not. They're when they're laughing, then they're not meaning it, and you're not really like analysing it properly and going like, it's not like we've all done it. We've all done like a fake laugh, like just to keep it ticking over. And a lot of time we just don't pick up on these things. We don't pick up on them. On the other side, from a personal point, we get carried away. And what I will say is that it's okay to get carried away. Everything felt good, but we should always stay aware that we can enjoy these moments. Good times don't last forever. However, when we know that, when we're having a good time, we shouldn't hold back. We should enjoy these moments, because realistically, we can get carried away, but we also all know our own boundaries, our own limits. We all know what is too far. We all should know it by now. Places that I've been naive, like I've already mentioned, are the friendships with my friends, not noticing it, expectations from my family, but also myself. The way I saw myself, I didn't think I was good enough. I was naive to this. But then I also knew it in like the corner of my brain. I had that ego. I'm good enough for university. I had that ego. But the way I saw myself, my confidence, like, it wasn't 100% there. And it still isn't. But it's more than what it was 4 years ago. A lot of time as well, I would think people were being literal with me rather than them not. And them sort of like sometimes having like a joke or throwaway comment. A lot of time I'll take things literally and I'll take it to heart. And it's like, you look back at that, at hindsight now, and you go, why was I thinking that? And it's part of the journey. I also thought that effort alone guaranteed success, and university especially taught me this, is that I had to put the effort in for 3 years. But a lot of the time, you're relying on so many other factors, personal talent that you've already got, ability to get everything into your brain and remember it. Obviously, putting in the effort, how you work socially in a group with people, and a lot of. I need to do a video on this as well. Every factor that molds success, because effort isn't the only one. I also used to think there was always a right time to do something, and there is, but there also any time is the time if you do it. If you do anything that needs to be done, so if I need to wash up today, hoover, clean, go on my walk, go to the gym, go play five-a-side. Obviously, yes, some of them will have time slots of where I have to do it. Football at 8, gym at 9, cleaning before 4 p.m. There's always a perfect time, but the right time is until that day ends. Or sometimes you might leave something off one day, but it's in you need, for this kind of thing, as long as you get it done in the week, then it'll be alright. Being naive, though, can be a good thing. Being naive means you're open. You have greater signs of being more hopeful about things. And you're more unguarded as a person. Like I said before, like in terms of having your guard up and having belief, they're different things. But when you are naive, sometimes you're too naive to miss something so that your guard was dropped anyway and you didn't even know it. So it all realistically, naivety, sometimes you can slip up. But a lot of the time, it will be for the greater good that, do you know what, I was naive that time. It definitely sparks change in yourself. It also keeps your spirits higher. And it sparks belief as well in yourself. And you go, I was naive last time, next time I won't do that.